Bigger and bigger banks are getting out of the gold business, and we just got news of a large bank that's getting out. We're going to be taking a look at that here in today's video. Welcome back, guys, to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP Bullion, and this is the Morning Market Wake-Up Call for Thursday, February 18th, 2021. It is another snowy, blustery morning here in Indianapolis. We got another couple inches of fresh powder on the streets, and this was a heavy one. Makes the road super slushy, and you guys know how it goes. Put that on top of the 2 inches we had last week and the 11 inches that we got earlier this week, and it's just a big old mess. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets and see where we're starting today off at. Precious metals are trying to recover from losses that we saw yesterday. Gold is down under $1,800 currently at $1,793.20. Silver is down at $27.41. That gives us a ratio of 65.43. Platinum is at $1278.97. Palladium back over $2,400 at $2410.07. And rhodium is up $200 at $22,000 even. We're seeing big gains in base metals. Copper is up significantly. It's going to be testing $4 soon, currently at $3.92. Nickel is up nicely at $8.56. Aluminum is up at 96 cents. Zinc up at $1.29, and lead is at 96 cents. We've seen an increasing barrels of crude oil, of course. Texas, known for its oil, is now dependent too much on solar power and wind turbine power, and everybody's out of power. I do feel bad for those guys down there because they are just not equipped to handle this kind of emergency, but that is causing the price of barrels of crude oil to increase. Those are currently at $61.52. We had a mixed day on Wall Street yesterday. The Dow Jones closed at a record high, up 90 points at 31,613.02. The NASDAQ was down 82 points at 13,965.50, and the S&P 500 was down a single point at 39,3133. If you guys trade, we got the U.S. dollar index. We got to talk about that. The Treasury yield bonds are going up, and that is causing some consternations with the U.S. dollar index. Currently, we are at 90.61. Now, if you happen to trade in Bitcoin, we hit another record yesterday evening, about 7:35 Eastern Standard Time. We hit an all-time high of 52,640.35. We are down about $1,200 currently at 51,474.77. And if you happen to exchange gold back today, whether that be the Utah or the Nevadan, those are exchanging at $3.16. As I noted in the beginning of the video, we have another large bank that has come out and said they are getting out of the gold market. This comes to us from Niels Christensen over at Kitco News. It is titled, TD stopped out of gold as prices drop below $17.90 an ounce. The sentiment is quickly starting to shift in the gold market as better than expected economic and rising bond yields push prices to their lowest point since November. TD Securities, and if you're not familiar, TD as in TD Ameritrade, stands for Toronto Dominion. TD Securities is the latest bank to throw in the towel as the bank announced on Wednesday that they were stopped out of their long gold trade as prices dropped below $17.90 an ounce. April gold futures last traded at $17.7140 an ounce, down 1.5% on the day. That's of the writing of this article yesterday afternoon. Quote, our long gold trade was a casualty of the change in regime from inflation hedge product to safe haven asset, resulting from the Fed's pragmatic approach to the rise in rates, the analysts said in their research note. The Canadian bank noted that there is still a high level of bullish speculation in the gold market, and with bond yields rising, there is a risk of further liquidation, which could continue to weigh on the precious metal. Although the bank has exited its gold trade, they have not updated their forecast. The bank still remains bullish on the precious metal in the long term, seeing the potential for prices to rise to $2,000 an ounce. Quote, the output gap will be very large for a prolonged period, and real rates will need to remain firmly in the accommodative mode for the U.S. economy to recover post-pandemic. This may be good news for gold, with $2,000 an ounce still in the cards, the analysts wrote in the report at the beginning of the month. So there we go. TD Securities, large Canadian bank, is getting out of the gold racket. So is this because they couldn't stand the heat? They sound like they're still bullish on this. I'm not quite sure what the power play is here. Silver dropped below a certain point, but they still think that we're going to $2,000 by the end of the year. I'm not exactly sure what the ramifications of what they're trying to do here is. Maybe they're just trying to shift money into something that they think they can make more money in. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Be interesting to hear what you have to say. All right, guys. I do greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't appreciated old IndyXP Bullion, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button for me right there. Helps me out immensely. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on when all the latest and greatest content comes out, make sure you hit the subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner, bing bong, so you can stay notified of when the content comes out. Of course, we're going to pop the box over here on this side of the screen. That's going to be the gateway to the back catalog. Somewhere around 440 videos now strong. You can start clicking through those at your heart's content at the end of this one. Guys, I've been IndyXP Bullion from the independent experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.